News Update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Afternoon Update for Tuesday, April 7th. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. Our top story. The 2015 sugar harvest has officially started. An official from the Barbados Agricultural Management Company, who did not want to be identified, tells Barbados Today that the Portville Sugar Factory in St. James, which is the lone sugar plant in the country, has begun receiving cane from around the country. And you can find more about the first day of crop season at www.barbadostoday.bb. In other news, former CLICO chairman Leroy Parris heads back to the law courts today. The former insurance executive and his four-member legal team, led by Hal Gollop QC, are seeking to get the High Court to unfreeze his assets, which were seized for over 2 months now. The lawyers argue that the move is a violation of Parris's rights. They are also seeking an unspecified amount in damages. Barbados is 49 years late in becoming a republic, so says outspoken Government Minister Donville Inniss as he weighed in on the topic. Recently, Prime Minister Frondell Stewart announced plans for the country to do away with the monarchy, a move Inniss maintains is long overdue.
Going towards a republic, to me, exemplifies the epitome of sovereignty. Saying that we're finally in control of our affairs, that there is no one outside of this 166 square miles that has ultimate responsibility for this island. And what more can we want to inspire our people to really feel independent? I was born in the year 1966 when Barbados became independent, and quite frankly, my view is that we are 49 years late in becoming a republic.
He also hit back at critics who described the Prime Minister's announcement as nothing more than a distraction.
Those who, to my mind, have been keeping noise and saying it was a distraction and that we should take our time, are themselves innately lazy intellectually and have no pride in being Barbadian. And I challenge any of them, anytime, anywhere, to let us have a discussion on it. Having said that though, I realize it's a matter that provokes a lot of emotion and can be very divisive in this society. And that is why I think as a government now, our task is to go there and educate and engage the citizens from all walks of life as to what it means to be a republic.
And we apologize for the quality of the audio. Minister Inniss was speaking to Barbados Today during Easter activities in his St. James constituency. Prime Minister Frondell Stewart is among several regional leaders who will address the CARICOM summit and the U.S. President Barack Obama in Jamaica this week. The leaders will meet with the U.S. President on Thursday. Prime Minister Stewart, his Dominican counterpart Roosevelt Skerrit, and Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar will speak on the topics competitiveness, prosperity, renewable energy, and security. Obama arrives in Kingston tomorrow for a 2-day visit and will hold bilateral talks with host Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller. Now, in case you missed out on this year's Oystins Fish Festival, here are some of the sights and sounds from the 3-day annual event.
Give back in the saddle. All right. Come on, let me do it. Don't get me dirty. You love it, understand? Oh, no, let me serve it. And the flag, and that's not right here. Come on.
In sports, Barbados' Mary Fraser won the prestigious Austin Seeley Trophy for the most outstanding athlete in the just concluded Carifta Games. Fraser was presented with the award for taking gold in 3 events, the 800, 1500 and 3,000 meters. Her achievement no doubt contributed to Barbados placing 3rd overall with 16 medals, 7 golds, 4 silvers and 5 browns. Jamaica was crowned champions for the 31st time with 85 medals, while the Bahamas came 2nd with 31 medals.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
A test of character, a test of focus, a test of will, a test of resilience, a test of courage. Barbados, the test is on. West Indies, England, May 1st at the Mecca. Tickets $30, $40, $50 and $60. It's on.
Are you Barbados is on?
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To news from the region in Jamaica, where preparations for this week's visit by U.S. President Barack Obama has angered some street vendors in the capital. In fact, one vendor who has been plying her trade on the streets for over 40 years says it was unfair for officials to take down their stalls. The vendor, who sells crabs at a National Heroes Circle, says while she understands that the area where the president will be traveling had to be fixed, there was no need for the stalls to be demolished. Several other vendors were also affected by the demolition, which was carried out last night in preparation for tomorrow's visit. And finally, on the international scene, police in Maryland are investigating the death of a family of 8. According to Princess Anne Police Chief Scott Keller, the family, 7 of whom are children from ages 6 to 16, were discovered at home after the father failed to show up for work yesterday.
An employer of an adult male came in concerned that he had not come into work and wanted to report him as a missing person. So our investigators came down and took a report, and they went to his address here in town. When they got into the house, they discovered a total of 8 deceased people, 1 adult male and then 7 juveniles. There is absolutely no, at this time, any sign of any kind of foul play. And we cannot confirm the cause of death at this time until the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner examines the bodies.
And on that note, we come to the end of our Barbados Today afternoon update, but you can join us again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 online TV, as well as Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Do have a wonderful day.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.